Mike, Vizzy's very excited to work with you for a sustainable product in replacing something that's environmentally toxic, like a styrofoam, to a corrugated paper sustainable solution.
Yeah.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's fascinating, isn't it? But just while we're here talking, this just blew across these paddocks. And I've seen photos of this type of thing happening regularly, and we didn't set this up, it just happened to blow in. And that's the problem with the polystyrene, is that it just gets everywhere. So what we've got here is we've developed this in West Australia with Waffle Foundations Proprietary Limited. The driving force was a fellow called Bill Buxton, and so we said, what do we call these boxes? And so we thought we'd call them the Bill box. We said, no, we can't call it a Bill box, so we called it the B box. So it became from B box to B pod. And so when we first started, it wasn't sufficiently water resistant, so we've developed these boxes which you just fold them up, and that's got an MLK coating on it from the sides and on the bottom, and the way it folds together, when it's flat, you can see it's just down like a cake box, and it folds up like this, so this corner stops moisture getting inside.
Yep.
And so the box folds together. We've found that to assemble of the bottom, the ribs and the top takes somebody about 1 minute and 40 seconds when you're used to it. So the middle piece, you usually have two people, so we just grab it.
Fold that out.
Yep. So here's you, amateur who's not tried this much before. So that just pops into there.
There we go.
Yeah. And so that's the base, and then we'll just go to this box which is pre-assembled.
Yep.
And the top just pops over the top, and there you go. There's your the box, and so this has got great strength. A lot of people are reluctant; they don't believe it, but we've actually tested it for over a ton.
Wow!
And it takes the load very easily. The whole purpose of a trial like today is to see what's it like taking something that's been handled with care in our yards when we've been doing testing. You come out to site, they said that putting them on site was about the same degree of difficulty as working with polystyrene, and they'd never done it before. Once they get familiar with it, it'll be, you know, oh, today it's cardboard, tomorrow it's polystyrene, it should be just replace like for like.
So it's not more difficult or time consuming to replace it.
With polystyrene, it comes in the same size as this, and you've got to modify a box to suit an edge or a side, and so the polystyrene, you cut it. And when you cut it, you get the offcuts like that piece there. You even get the little small round pieces of polystyrene, they just blow everywhere. We'll take the boxes and we'll do a half box and a 3/4 box, and that'll save a hell of a lot of cutting, and that'll make life really easy. What we did for this site was we actually delivered the boxes as a pod, because we wanted a minimum change from a polystyrene pod to the cardboard, so that for these guys it would be much of, you know, same. But we needed 4 trucks to bring all of that there, which would be typical for polystyrene. We're now going to deliver it to site flat, so we'll be able to deliver the whole product in one van, and we'll have our own team come to site the day before, assemble it, and so when the granite workers turn up, they won't have to assemble the boxes. A job like this is about 120 pods, and so it should take maybe 3 hours maximum to assemble them, and so that's obviously a cost that goes into the box, but you know, by the time we have scaled up operations and reduced delivery costs because it's only a van, it should scale out well, and I think that'll work well for the people on site here, and it'll be a much more efficient way of delivering it. As a result of this test from Hermitage Homes, we've had some very big builders contact us only in one day. We have to talk to Vizzy about what do we need to do to scale it up, how we're going to deliver it to sites in New South Wales, South Australia, Queensland, but you know, it's one step at a time, but we'll work our way through that. So
I think with our network of different sites, we can help facilitate that. So.
Yeah, and obviously it has to work in with how Vizzy works, and so
So I think we're very close with the final design of the product. We're very close. So this is definitely a successful trial for yourself.
Yeah.